सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धिर्दृग्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चिताम्। So after presenting the Anirvachaniya Khyati, the Acharya came to the starting point as a conclusion, because in presentation there will be proposition, pratigna, and finally there will be nigamanam, conclusion. And pratigna and nigamanam both will have similar content. Only thing pratigna is, in English it's called proposition. The proposition will be an unproven statement, to be proved statement, whereas a nigamanam is a proven statement. So he came back to the nigamana that itam mithya bhuta samsara dukkham bhrantya vai pratibhasate tasmat mithya samsara dukkha nivivurtsa tava na yujyate. That is how it started. Shishya asked how to remove this samsara, how to get moksha. Moksha means removal of samsara dukkha. Then Guru said, your desire for getting moksha, which is in the form of removal of dukkha, samsara, itself is not proper. Why? Because you do not have samsara. And how is it so? If there is no samsara, then how come I am experiencing? Then Guru said, you are experiencing like Rajju Sarpa. Something may not be there really, but can be experienced. And he gave the example of Rajju Sarpa. Shishya asked the question regarding Rajju Sarpa itself. He had some information, so he wanted to know. So how Rajju Sarpa appears. Then Acharya gave Anirvachaniya Khyati. Lot of discussion on Anirvachaniya Khyati we had. And then final conclusion is that since samsara is mithya like Rajju Sarpa, and mithya means what? That which is really not there. And therefore, since it is not there, where is the question of removing it? And then he gave the drishtanta that somebody is a mantrika, one who knows, one who has got the power of mantra. That person, he can show the virtual enemy in a virtual form to this Devadatta. Devadatta, who knows that it is a virtual enemy, he will not go and try to kill him. Similarly, the mithyabhuta samsara nivrutte tava ichchana yujyate. Your desire for removing the mithya samsara is not proper. In fact, your attempt to remove this mithya samsara is strengthening the sense of reality given to samsara. More you try, so I want to somehow get rid of samsara, it will give this sense of reality. Which is Swamiji used to say this very beautifully. Seeker denies the sought. So you are seeking freedom, and by seeking you are denying the sought. Sought is what? Freedom. By seeking freedom, you are denying freedom. Why? Because seeking implies the conclusion that it is not there with me. More I am restless, about searching for the thing outside, which is really inside, more I will be away from that thing, because I am so anxious to search outside that that thought will not come. Maybe let me check with myself. That thought will not come. Why? Because you are so anxious to search. So, in certain stage, one has to see this fallacy of this intensity of seeking. Initially, we encourage you please seek moksha, seek moksha. But why do we say seek moksha? To make the person away from the pursuit of other things. That is the purpose of the emphasizing mumuksha. So it is a more like a parisankhya vidhi. So seek moksha means don't seek anything else. That is the tatparya. And then finally person has to see that more I am desiring moksha, more I am denying moksha. And anyway, this moksha, as I am imagining as a happening, is never going to come. Means there will not be a single day when the bondage is there, real bondage is there, and today it went up. Like some unwanted guest, he was there for 3 months. He told the 3 days and he stayed 3 months, but today he went. There is no such thing, that samsara is there and today Swamiji samsara went, With great difficulty, I pushed, went down. I hope he will not come back. It will come back. If it has gone, it will come back. Gataha samsara agamishyati eva. And therefore Guruji says, Mithyabhuta Shatrum Pradarshasari Tadvat Mithyabhuta Samsara Nivruttaye Tava Ichana Yujyate. And then he quoted the Gauda Padacharya, this Prapancho Yadi Vidyeta Nivartetana Samshayaha. If something is really there, it cannot go. It cannot go. Means it cannot go completely. Anything is really there. Anything is cannot really go. Sataha abhavaha na vidyate. That which is cannot really go away. And that which is not need not go. In fact, it cannot go also. Why? Because if it is there, then it can go. It is not there, how can it go? And therefore, real going is not possible. We say that samsara goes away, etc. But really, nothing has gone, nothing has come. Only the Bhranti has come. Bhranti has come, we cannot say. Bhranti has been there, Bhranti goes. So samsara is there is not a correct statement. Samsara is thought to be there. That is the correct statement. And then there is a beautiful Varahopanishad. Ajnanam na kuto jagatah prasangah. When Ajnanam itself is not there, there is a question of Jagat being there, which is the Adhyasa, Arthadhyasa, Ajnanadhyasa. Rupa Jagat, especially Arthadhyasa, Rupa Jagat, how can it be there? Really? And when Jagat is not there, then where will Jiva be there? Jiva requires some place to manifest. Jiva will not be there. And if Jiva is not there, Ishvara cannot be there. Because Ishvara has the status of being Ishvara when ruler is there. The ruled is there. Ruler can be ruler when ruled is there. Yadi Kim Karishyanti Vaktaraha Yatra Shrotana Vidyate. If Shrotas are not there, what Vakta will do? If I come and and nobody is there. Because of some reason, strike. So difficult thing, I don't want to study. So strike. What is called? Total strike. Cooperative strike. For milk. If one comes, then class will be there. So therefore, I can teach one also. But nobody is there. Then how can I teach? But there was one person. She told me that even nobody, she used to organize the classes and pick somehow something he did not pick up. So nobody will come. So still she will start the class and say, बोला भगवान को सुनाते सुनाते भगवान तो है श्रोता, but somebody should be there as a श्रोता. So since Jiva is not there, Ishvara will not be there, and Guru will not be there. The Guru will teach only to some Jiva. So Deshika, this Guru also will not be there. Therefore, when Ajnanam is not there, where is question of Jagat? And when Jagat is not there, the story of Jiva, Ishvara, Deshika, Vibhaga, Ati Dura means it is very far off. So Jagata Prasangaha Dure. Ajnanam Nasti Ataha Jagata Prasanga Dure. And Jivesha, Jivaesha, Deshika, Vikalpa Katha Ati Dure. Means it is a far off possibility. Okay. Then what is the fact? I am Paripurna Brahma. So Guruji told very enthusiastically, thinking that now Shishya's problem is solved. Guru every time expects this will be my last talk. So in that, not that when a text is okay, but this is not he is not teaching any text, no. So he just general discussion. So Guru very enthusiastically gave the answer and he said, oh Shishya, I will do namaskara, and okay, thank you very much. So I will be ever grateful to you. Okay. But that doesn't happen. Shishya is telling what? Shishya's question is very genuine question. He said, even though what you said, that Jagat is appearing mithya, falsely appearing in you, unreally appearing in you. Here mithya is adverb. Mithya eva pratibhati. It is not that mithya jagat pratibhati. Mithya eva pratibhati. In fact, mithya shabda is primarily adverbial, but it is used also as an adjective. So mithya eva pratibhati. Nacha asti tat paramartha sat rupena. It is not there as real existent entity. It is not there with real existence. In this manner, what you are told is right. Still, this Jagat is appearing in me. Mithya rupena, rupantarana. This rupantarana can be understood two ways. One is satya rupena. Mithya rupena, rupantarana, or in any other form means satya. Or satya mithya binna, yat kinchit rupena. Whatever you think. Yena kena rupena, satya mithya rupena. So rupantarana means satya rupena or satya mithya rupena. Samsara pratibhaseta. So you yatha. So tell me the method by which yatha can be said. How this samsara will not appear in me really or unreally. Tatha upaya. Such method. How this samsara will not appear in me really or unreally. Tatha upaya. Such method. Krupaya upadishyatam. Please tell me, Mahyam, to me. It is something like you went to the doctor thinking you have got a malaria, and you have fever, malaria, and you want to get rid of this malaria, so you go to the doctor. Now doctor said, no, you don't have malaria. We should not go and tell doctor, I have got malaria. So our one doctor got very angry. One patient he thought he is very knowledgeable. So he went to the doctor and said, doctor, I got malaria, what should I do? He said, you know malaria, so you tell me what tablet I will prescribe. You have already concluded. So if you know the diagnosis, then medicine also will be done. Tell me which medicine. So when we go to the teacher, we don't have to show off unnecessarily. Yeah, certain things necessary to ask the question, we tell that this is my understanding, this is to be understood. But we don't show off. So this person, he said, person thought that I have malaria and doctor will give medicine. Now doctor says, no, you don't have malaria, you have got like flu or something. Then patient will say what? Oh, I don't have malaria, so I will go back. No, his approach is what? Whether I have malaria or I have got flu or whatever fever I have, you just get me rid of that fever. So here, Shishya went to the Guru thinking that this real world is there and it is creating problem and I am suffering. I want to be free from dukkha. I want to be free from dukkha caused by this samsara. And when he was thinking like that, I want to be free from samsara, that time his conclusion was that samsara is real. Real samsara is creating dukkha for me. And I want to be free from dukkha. Then he went to the Guru. And Guru said, your samsara is not satyam. Your samsara is mithya. And Shishya says, by saying that samsara is mithya, my problem is not gone. Whatever way, whether it is a satya samsara, you tell me how to remove satya samsara. In fact, for that only I had come. But now you are saying samsara is mithya. So you tell me how to remove this mithya samsara. Because my tatparyam is not knowing whether samsara is satya or mithya. My tatparyam is in removing dukkha. Doctor gives me a very big lecture that this is cannot be malaria has this property and उसमें time हो गया. So नहीं से medicine नहीं दिया. So finally what he will say? Doctor, whatever it is, you get me rid of this fever. So similarly, Shishya says that whether samsara is satyam or samsara is mithya, I am interested in removing dukkha. Dukkha is caused by samsara. You are calling the samsara to be mithya. Let it be mithya. Whether it's a malarial fever or it is a flu fever, whatever fever, I want to be free from fever. So he says, I want to be free from fever, this dukkha, and dukkha caused by samsara. I am sure that dukkha is caused by samsara. And you are telling it samsara is mithya. So my question is little bit changed. You tell me the method of removing this mithya samsara so that I will not have dukkha. Because the principle is whatever is the cause for dukkha should be removed. That's what he said. यस्य मिथ्या पदार्थः दुःख हेतुः भवति तेन स मिथ्या पदार्थः तन्निवृत्ति साधने ही निवर्तनीयः. यस्य पुरुषस्य मिथ्या पदार्थः unreal object also दुःख हेतुः भवति, the cause for dukkha, तेन पुरुषेण, by that person, सह मिथ्या पदार्थः, सह refers to दुःख हेतु भूत, the मिथ्या पदार्थ which is दुःख हेतु भूतः तन निवृत्ति साधने ही निवर्तनीय. That this mithya padartha also, mithya or satyam, whatever is causing dukkha should be removed. That is the principle. And he gave the example that even though something is mithya, but it is causing a problem, then it should be removed. Like duswapna. For duswapna means nightmare. Even though I know that swapna is mithya, but still it is causing problem, and therefore Shastra talks about the mantras. In fact, one mantra I will tell you what mantra. Yeah, because Shishya has told no japa, etc. So one mantra is Ramam Skandam Hanumantam Vainateyam Rukodaram Shayaneyas Parenityam Duswapnam Tasya Nashyati. Twice we have to just chant twice. Agatsyo Madhavashcheva Muchukundo Mahabalaha Kapilo Dimirastikaha Saptete Sukashayina. Just to chant this mantra. So it will remove this Duswapna. So there are some mantras. This is only one. Another one is Duswapne Smared Govinda. Govinda, Govinda, Govinda you do, then this Duswapna will not happen. So Japa mantra is there, Pada Praksharanam is there. So Upaya is there. Similarly, Mithya Bhuta Samsara also Dukkha Hetutvana me Pratibhati. Samsara, this is Drishya, this subject-object duality and also different situations of the world, it is creating a problem for me. Not a day goes without problem. Sometimes physical problems, sometimes financial problems, sometimes emotional problem, sometimes social problem, problem. So every day some problem is there. I want to be free from that. Ataha tad nivartanam ichchami. Since the samsara is creating problem for me, the world is creating problem for me, therefore I want the removal of that. And therefore you please tell me upaya. This is a feeling of many sadhakas. Swamiji, I want to be free from this duality. I want to go beyond the world. I want to go beyond the world. So please tell me how to Swamiji go beyond the world. Because the world is creating problem. And for that, this Guru is going to answer. And Guru is going to tell the answer what? He says, removal of mithya padartha is only by knowing the satya adhishthanam, which is free from this mithya adhyaropita padartha. Means knowing myself to be the adhishthanam of mithya prapancha, which is free from this prapancha. This knowledge and knowledge alone is the final, ultimate solution. Final means ultimate solution. But somebody may ask this question. Swamiji, does it mean that if I fall sick, should I remove my sickness or not? Or I should say, no, Aham Brahmasmi, that alone should I do. Because you said that this disease is a part of mithya samsara. It is giving me dukkha. So now should I remove that or not? Or I should, even that time I should say Aham Brahmasmi. Vedanta will say that you, that time also you do Aham Brahmasmi. But Swamiji, Aham Brahmasmi hota nahi hai. Backache is so much, I am not able to say Aham Brahmasmi, there is not coming. That type of situation. So at that time teacher, what will he say? Yes, you do what needs to be done for removing your backache or whatever. But don't consider that removing the backache is the ultimate solution. You remove the backache with an intention to be fit for final solution. For this chintanam, for this nididhyasanam, seeing this fact again and again, that I am ever free from dukkha. For seeing this fact again and again, whatever requires to be done to make yourself fit, you do whatever needs to be done. So empirical problems you solve, not for the final solution, but empirical problems you solve so that you are fit for final solution. Don't think that empirical problems will be solved and you will be free from all problems. That notion you should not have. No empirical solution will give the complete freedom from problems. And therefore your focus, final focus should be, ultimate focus should be on the final solution, which is seeing this fact. Again and again seeing the fact, I am asangaha. Nothing can touch me. I am ever free from dukkha. Seeing this fact is the ultimate solution. But for ultimate solution, you have to be fit. And for fitness, whatever relative solution you need to adopt. But don't get lost in the perfection of relative solution. The person thinks that, oh, see, I have got now financial problem, therefore I am not able to do nididhyasana. Because I don't have a place to stay, food to eat. So I need some money. Okay, so you go and work for it. But now you don't get lost in earning money itself. The 50 lakhs, 1 crore, 2 crores, 5 crores, they get lost. Or somebody said, now I need some health for my contemplation. So now he started doing yogasana. Now he became a yoga teacher only. So he got lost into that. So relative solution you adopt, go for it, but don't get lost in relative solution. Keeping this awareness that it is a relative solution and not the ultimate solution. It is something like if you want to go to some other country, that finally you have to fly. But for flying, you require to buy the ticket. But don't think that buying the ticket itself is going to take you to other country. If you have a nice ticket, this executive class, you are just fall in love with the ticket itself. Oh, what a nice ticket, executive class. Or you are always doing arti to that. Will you reach the other country? You will not reach. So the relative solution should be only relative, temporary measure leading to the final solution. So we need to have the balanced approach. We don't neglect this relative solution and we don't get lost in relative solution. That is the approach of a sadhaka. That he is not that he is a negligent, he is careless about it. We need to be careful, because if relative you have not handled, then absolute you are not fit for. Some relative solution has to be there for absolute to come. But don't get so much carried away by this relative solution, getting perfection in relative solution. You are having some physical issue, therefore you start doing yoga and fitness. Now you have become fitness freak. Fitness freak means what? This is morning, this pranayama, these asanas, and again the going for a walk, going and also making this all kashayam and all this. Whole day goes in that only. What? Swamiji, I am doing this fitness. Fitness program should not take away your whole day. So that is the approach. But here, all those things are not told. Acharya is addressing the Uttamadhikari, and therefore he said, you go for the final solution. Work for that. So that alone has got the solution. Therefore, it is Guroho Uttaram Atma Jnana Hetuka Samsara Nivruttau Atma Jnanameva Upayah. Very beautifully titled given. He says, Atma Jnana Hetuka Samsara Nivruttau. For the removal of the samsara, or with regard to the removal of samsara, which is caused by, hetuka means caused by, atma jnanam, ignorance of the self. So for the removal of samsara caused by the ignorance of the self, atma jnanam eva upaya, the self knowledge alone is the means. So people say that, Swamiji, I have got self-knowledge, but my problem is not gone. Means your self-knowledge is either fraught with some vagueness, some doubt, or some habitual error. So you have to make the knowledge free from obstacles, then only it can do the job. Pratibandhaka bhavaha sama sadharana karanam. Absence of the obstacles is the general cause for any product, any result, and therefore you have to work for pratibandhaka bhava. And therefore here Acharya is emphasizing, when ignorance is the cause for your problem of samsara, knowledge alone is the solution. Hey Shishya, O disciple, Jagat Rupa Dukkhasya Atyanta Nivruttaye Prushtha Upayah Prageva Nirupitaha. He says, Upayah, method, Prushtha, asked, for what? Nivruttaye, for removal. Removal. What type of nivrutti? Atyanta, complete. The method which is asked for the removal of the complete removal of Jagat Rupa Dukkhasya, of the pain in the form of the Jagat, this duality. So the method for removing the complete removal of the dukkha in the form of this world Upayaha prageva nirupitaha has already been told. Page number 27, the 45th topic, it was told. Dukkha nidhanam tu agdanam tatkarya rupa prapanchaha cha. It has been told already there. Soham bhagavo shochami. There it was said. मूलाज्ञान तत्कार्य भूत दृश्य प्रपंच मात्रस्य ब्रह्मणः अन्यत्वात् तदेव अत्र सकल दुःख निदानमिति उक्तम् तादृश दुःख निदानस्य द्वैत प्रपंचस्य मूलाज्ञान सहितस्य इत्यादि रीत्या स्वरूपतः निवृत्तो सत्यामेव निखिल दुःखानां निश्शेषतया नियमेन निवृत्ति उपपद्यते. So here told in that sense here the earlier Taranga it has been told. And if the Guru has told, then Guru also has told here. Page number 75. That he has said janna maranadi samsaraha the kalatrepi nastyeva tvai tasmat kalatre api avidyamanasya samsara dukkasya nivivussate brahmamantarana gadate tvam tu janna maranadi sarva samsara shunya chinmatra swarupa brahma evasi tasmat maspara kadapi janan maranadi dukkha rupa samsara. Means don't give reality to samsara. Keep remembering you are this chinmatra swarupa. So that was already told. So what is the upaya? Seeing this fact, I am ever free from dukkha. But I am not able to see the solution. Therefore he says, Shraddha Bhakti Purassaram Tatra Dhrida Nishchaya Kriyatam. In that upaya, Dhrida Nishchaya, firm conclusion or firm ascertainment, Kriyatam, let it be done. Tatra means with regard to that upaya, Atmagdana Rupa upaya, Shraddha Bhakti Purassaram. Shraddha in the Shastra and Guru, Bhakti, devotion, love for Shastra and love for Guru. Purassaram is preceded by, along with. So along with Shraddha and Bhakti, may the firm ascertainment be done with regard to that upaya. So here two types of conclusions, two types of nishchaya is required. Dhrida nishchaya means firm conclusion or firm ascertainment. One is, first of all, one needs the conviction that Atmagdanam alone is the solution. And second, this firmness in conclusion is that I am Nitya Mukta Brahma alone. In that nishya also dridata should be there. And therefore, what is the sadhanam for removing the samsara dukkha? Nishchayasya dridhikaranam sadhanam. Affirming or making this nishchaya, I am Nitya Mukta Brahma, that nishchaya should be made firm. So making the right understanding firm is the sadhana for removing dukkha. Making the right understanding about myself firm is the means for removing dukkha. And before that, you have to have one more firmness, that jnanena eva mokshaha. Jnanena eva moksha, that firmness should be there, and afterward the jnanam should be firm. So if the first one itself is not there, jnanena mokshaha, if that is not very clear, then your nishchaya, that I am Nitya Mukta Atma, will not be found, because you will not work for it. Until you get this firmness that knowledge alone can solve my problem, your commitment to knowledge will not be complete. And unless you have got complete commitment to knowledge, knowledge doesn't bless. knowledge, Pujya Swamiji used to say, very jealous. It doesn't allow other things. If you have some idea, like a backup, no, that I will try with knowledge, moksha with knowledge, but by chance it doesn't work. Let me do some upasana. Then definitely you will not have this moksha by dana. Your reliance on other things will not allow the main thing to work. In Ramayana, somewhere this story comes that once Brahmastra is released, that the person who is releasing Brahmastra should have trust in the efficacy of Brahmastra. After releasing Brahmastra, if you put another weapon or some other device, Brahmastra will be useless. That's very interesting. So Brahmastra, one has to have complete trust that it will work. If you put something else, I think that's what happened. That one with he was tied with some Brahmastra, Hanumanji, and still they put the rope. And when they tried to put the rope, the Brahmastra lost its effect. Because you did not have full trust in Brahmastra. So if you try something else, this will not work. That's why, like some medical, some pati is that if you try other medicine, then this will not work. So therefore, one has to have complete trust in the efficacy of the Jnana. That itself takes years together. Pujya Swami used to call it Purushartha Nishchaya. Then Purushartha Nishchaya has come, then only your real sadhana starts. So afterwards only this, your what is called sadhana with commitment will be there. Therefore we say real sadhana will start. Therefore Dhrida Nishchaya Kriyata. Tatra means this upaye. Tatra upaye Dhrida Nishchaya Kriyatam. Tataha Jagadrupa Dukkham Anumatram Api Tvaina Drishyeta. Upaya has got both the sense. This upayasya upayatve and Atmajnana Rupa upaye Dhrida Nishchaya Kriyatam. And then means what? When you have got Dhrida Nishchaya in Atmajnanam, then Jagadrupa Dukkham Anumatram Api Tvaina Drishyeta. This world will not, the dukkham in the form of the world will not be seen even a bit, even little bit dukkha will not be there. Because you will always see yourself to be asanga, always free from ajnanam. Pujya Swamiji very nicely said, only way to be free from ignorance is to see yourself to be the sakshi of ignorance. There is no other way to be completely free from ajnanam. However much you study after study, PhDs after PhD. People have this. They keep on studying and keep on getting PhD after PhD. But this I am ignorant, I know very little, that doesn't go there. Only way is to see yourself to be sakshi of ajnana. Similarly, to be free from dukkha completely is to see oneself to be sakshi of dukkha. Physically, you cannot remove all dukkha. Even emotional pains to some extent will come. May not be with your problem, but somebody's problem. It will come. And therefore, complete removal is only by seeing yourself to be Nitya Nivritta. You are free from dukkha all the time. Hey Somya. Now we explain this idea that how right understanding will remove the dukkha. Hey Somya, oh good looking one. Advitiya Sangachinmatra Rupa Swatma Rupasya Aparignanat Jagadrupa Dukkham Tava Pratibhati. So what he had said, that dukkha is because of ajnanam and therefore solution is jnanam, that idea he explains. He says, Jagadrupam Dukkham Tava Pratibhati. The dukkha in the form of duality, world, Tava Pratibhati appears for you. Why? Aparignanat. Because of ignorance. Ignorance of what? Swatma Swarupasya. Of one's true nature. The true nature of oneself. What is the true nature of oneself? Advitiya, non-dual, Asanga, relation-free, Chinmatra, pure consciousness. That is my nature. I am pure consciousness which is non-dual and Asanga, relations-free. When this knowledge is not there, means there is ignorance of this fact, then only dukkha comes. Whenever this is a very good sadhana for a Vedantic. Whenever dukkha is there, ask this question: is this dukkha in me? Is this dukkha in me? In me? In me, Atma? Is there any taint of this dukkha? There's some dukkha is happening in the mind. It's okay. It can happen. Don't reject it. Don't we need not have that particular complex or judgment after studying Vedanta for so many years, Swamiji, why this happens? Why not? See, dukkha, sukha have got this own mechanism. Sometimes you might have seen that. Sometimes you laugh for such a small joke, and sometimes you don't laugh for a big joke also. It happens. Sometimes you had that your laughing neurons were active. So some neurons must be connected with laughing department. So they were all on. Sometimes they were all present. Like in our ashram Thursday, minimum what is called weekly office there. So we have this. So whatever we want to make some program, we make for on Thursday. So similarly, one day your all laughing neurons were present in department. So you laughed. Some day didn't laugh. And similarly, dukkha. For small thing, you feel so hurt. And for such a big thing, you say, okay, it's pain, but will handle. It has got its own mechanism. So you try to minimize such issues which are causing discomfort. That is okay, but it is not control. It cannot be controlled completely. And therefore, final solution is what? Seeing that is this dukkha in me. The Chit Swarupa Atma is there dukkha. Just at least, we develop the habit. Afterwards, again, you may be overpowered by dukkha, but at least once this question comes. That dukkha is not in me. So, that is the final solution, that dukkha has no connection with me. I am Asanga Swarupa, and not knowing this alone, dukkham tava pratibhati. Tacha tava atma swarupa parignana matrat nivarteta. Tacha means dukkham. That dukkham which is appearing due to ajnanam of yourself would be removed. Nivarteta would be removed. How? Tava atma swarupa parignana matrat. Only by the knowledge of your true nature. And he gives general rule. Yad vastu yasya agdanat bhati tad vastu tasya agdanat nivartate iti niyama. Whatever thing appears because of ignorance of whatever thing, that thing goes away by the knowledge of that thing. Now I have to use one. If a thing number one appears because of the ignorance of thing number two, then that thing number one will go away by the knowledge of thing number two. Iti niyama. Correct, no? He gave me this idea of one and two. So earlier I used to say that and this. So this is good. Number one, number two. And that's okay. So Swamiji, I didn't understand what is this. Because of the ignorance of whichever thing a given thing appears, then it goes away by the knowledge of that thing. He said, don't worry, we have always Rajju Sarpa ready. हम साथ में ही रखते हैं. रज्ज्वज्ञानात् प्रतीयमानः सर्पः रज्जुः एव इयम् इति रज्जु दानमात्रात् यथा निवर्तते. For example, Rajju Ajnanat Pratiyamana Sarpaha. The snake which is appearing because of the ignorance of the rope. Yadvastu Yasya Ajnanat Bhati. That is explained here. So Yadvastu refers to Sarpa. Yasya Ajnanat. Rajjoho Ajnanat Bhati. So the rope appears because of the snake appears because of the ignorance of the rope. That is what he said here. Rajju Agdanat Pratyamana Sarpaha. Tad Vastu means Sarpa. Tasya Gdanat Rajjoho Gdanat Tivartate. The snake appears because of the ignorance of the rope, and therefore snake goes away by the knowledge of the rope. So Rajju Agdanat Pratyamana Sarpaha Rajju Hevayam. This is the rope alone. Iti Rajju Gnana Matra. Only by the knowledge of the rope, Yatha Nivartate, just as it goes away. So he applied that particular rule. Yasya Yad Vastu Yasya Gdanat, the rule was applied. Tatha. So now he is applying in the Dashtanta. Similarly, Atma Gdanat Pratiyamanam Jagat. The ignorance which is appearing due to ignorance, the world which is appearing due to ignorance of the self. Jagat, the world, Pratiyamanam appearing, Atma Gdanat, because of the ignorance of the self. Api also Atma Tattva Sakshatkara Matrena, by mere direct intimate appreciation of the self. By that alone, Sakshatkara Matrena, only by the direct intimate appreciation of the self, Nivarteta, would go away. And Atma Tattva Sakshatkara means what? Pratibandhaka Rahita Atmajnana. The knowledge of the self without the Pratibandhaka of vagueness, doubt, and habitual error. In simple words, what we say is that claiming this limitless self to be myself from the bottom of my heart without any reservation. What do we mean reservation? People will say, Swamiji, I am Brahma, but that removing this but. So, butless knowledge. People always say, but. In fact, whenever people will say, sir, Swamiji, I wanted to come, I prepared, but, means understood, not coming. So, in fact, that's what, whenever people do some too much positive in the beginning, we understand he is preparing for something opposite. So, claiming myself to be limitless Atma, otherwise called Brahma, without any reservation. Full stop. I am limitless Brahma. Full stop. No comma, no question mark, no exclamatory sign. Exclamatory. I am Brahma. Exclamation. Nahoy, nahoy. So it cannot be so. It's not that. I am Brahma. That's all. I am ever free Brahma. Yes. Nothing has to come afterwards. And it is from the bottom of my heart. Not that my teacher has said, who are you? So this person says, I am Brahman. Because teacher will feel bad, Poor teacher has been teaching me for so many years, and I have to tell him I am Brahman. For some people, now onwards I will be Brahman. So, of course, in Vyavahara, when he asks that, suppose, if there is darkness and somebody is coming and Swamiji asks, who are you? So, it happened in one ashram, it happened that Swamiji is very powerful, he is known for power. He is a very strong expression. So, he told during the class, when this question comes, who are you? Answer should be what? I am Brahma. I am Atma. Not this I am Devadatta, Yagnadatta, Rama, Sita, etc. Understood? Now, one day there was no light or something, and one lady came. And Swamiji asked, who is it? Then she told her name, Lata or something. Which Lata? No, Swamiji, Atma. What Lata or something from the side. That may not be required. But at least it is from the bottom of my heart that I am Brahman. And sometimes if it is not coming, ask this question that what is the problem in accepting, claiming I am Brahman? Where is the problem? Like snag, no? Where is the snag? Do I have problem in the Pramanya Buddhi in Shastra? That problem also can be there. It's not something uncommon. People study Shastra, but they still Pramanya Buddhi doesn't come. People remain with the Guru, but Pramanya Buddhi in Guru doesn't come so easily. So I will listen to Guru whenever it is convenient to me. So it takes time. And much more in Shastra. So Shastra Pramanya Buddhi Nasti. Or I have some doubt. Shastra says I have understood Shastra is saying this. But I have this issue. Even though I want to accept because Shastra is a Pramana, I want to accept. But this doubt bothers me. Or my repeated experience of dukkha, repeated experience of anxiety, fear is coming in my way to firmly claim. Is it the reason? Means I feel that I know I am Brahman, but still my fear doesn't go away. So if I am Brahman and I know I am Brahman, then my dukkha should go away because that is what Shastra says. It doesn't seem to go. So maybe that is not true. So my experience of certain emotions, is it coming in my way to own up this fact? So one has to see it. Therefore, one needs some time for that. One needs to honesty, like Pujya Swami used to say, intellectual honesty. And somebody used very nice word, ruthless honesty. Ruthless honesty means what? I am not afraid of some unpleasant conclusions or unpleasant findings. Like if I am studying or teaching for so many years and I analyze that where is the problem and I find that Pramanya Buddhi is not there. I think it shows that Pramanya Buddhi is not there. Then how can it be so? I am teaching people. I should not have this Pramanya Buddhi. I don't think that can be the problem. No. Ask that. Is it there? It should not be there is a different thing. But is it there or not? That matters. Sometimes the disease should not be there. Because you are taking care of all this phenyl and all this you are taking. Phenyl and all these vitamins and all you are taking immunity tablets. Should not be there. Is there or not? So you accept, yeah, it should not be there. I wish it was not there or should not be there in spite of being in this for so many years, but it is there. And then you work on that. But final solution is this only. First of all, I need to be convinced that this Jnanam and Jnanam alone can make me free. And if that also requires some analysis, do analysis. If Jnanam cannot make me free, what else will make me free? Will some action make me free? Will some setup make me free? Imagine a setup, and you just see whether that setup will it give you fulfillment. There is no something. Even though we may have this, Swamiji, how nice if there is a Himalayas, some nice kutia is there on the cliff of the mountain. My small kutia is there. So anytime I have to jump, I can jump out. And all side beauty is there. Do you think, imagine yourself, will it solve all your problems? Will it take away your sense of limitation? So people are there who are staying in such a setup, and they pretend to be happy, evolved, etc. I have seen one place, one Himalayas he was there, and we went to see him was doing meditation. And after 5 10 minutes, he opened the eyes, and then he started talking about very very gross things. Oh, ye niche hai, something is there, he is capturing the land and all this. But when we went there, as if he is remaining in that only. So particular setup will not solve the problem. That part we need to see that it setup level or upadhi level. You think that somebody, if I know Sanskrit, no, my all problems will be solved. Those who don't know Sanskrit, they think, or if I know English, my all problems will be solved. No, there are people with English knowledge. They have as many problems as they do those who don't know Sanskrit. Just because you Sanskrit, I know scholars so much suffering they have. Or if you become a very scholar in this Tarka or Mimamsa, even in this teaching Vedanta, Narada is the example. Narada knew so many Shastra. In fact, what all he knows, that also we don't know fully. What he said, this Vidya, we exactly don't know what he knew. Still, that doesn't solve. So, we first of all, we have to have this Nishya that nothing else will work. And then we try to see that why I am not able to claim 100%. But finally, that alone is the solution. See in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.